Hello, it's me, Alan here, and I'm going to be teaching you about the antebellum of the Civil War. And let's start with Stephen Douglas here. He was the creator of the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which was supposed to let the citizens of Kansas and Nebraska decide if they want slavery or not. And he was also a big supporter of sovereignty. And the Kansas-Nebraska Act also led to people from the North and people from the South. The people from the South were pro-slavery, while the people from the North were anti-slavery or abolitionists. And when Northerners rushed to Kansas to vote for anti-slavery, but pro-slavery supporters, or were normally plantation owners, rushed into Kansas and Nebraska also to vote for slavery. This led to violence. Bleeding Kansas. During Bleeding Kansas, an abolitionist, John Brown, raided a government arsenal to get weapons to arm slaves so that the slaves can revolt against their owners. And another thing is slavery was also part of the Southern way of life, and this made a big economic difference because Northerners were used to an industrial way of life. So these economic differences would also lead to the Civil War, and you can see here that Henry Clay created the Missouri Compromise, and Abraham Lincoln, who later went against Stephen Douglas in an election, saw the Kansas-Nebraska Act as a repeal of the Missouri Compromise, because the Missouri Compromise said that for every pro-slavery state there should be a free state added to the Union. And the Kansas-Nebraska Act, it just made it so that the people living in that area could vote for slavery or anti-slavery. And violence broke out at Bleeding Kansas. And let's look at some of the causes of the Civil War, Confederation, and Secession. Now, the industrial and economic, and one of the biggest things is states' rights. States' rights led to the Confederation and secession, and economic differences. So, after the secession, of course, the southern states became the Confederate States of America, which then led to the Civil War because Abraham Lincoln was trying to keep the country together, and economic differences was a big part of this. So was slavery. So some of the main causes of the Civil War was slavery, economic difference, states' rights, and the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which basically started most of this, and the creator of the Kansas-Nebraska Act, Stephen Douglas. That's it for this video. Bye.